Hey guys, it's April Capel with The Possible Diet. Welcome to week 5. So every week you've been working on adopting one of the 5 healthy habits, which are eat more fruits and vegetables, move every day, learn to recognize hunger, and practice portion control. And this week's habit is continuous improvement, also known as practice makes perfect. Now, I like to say that the habit of continuous improvement means striving to be consistently consistent. Doing a rep for this habit means embracing what Tony Robbins likes to refer to as kaizen. So if you were a fan of those infomercials in the 90s, you recognize this term. It's a Japanese lean manufacturing approach that establishes a feedback loop, and it's designed to foster continuous improvement. So the loop starts with making a plan, and then you execute the plan. Then after you execute it, you analyze how you did, and you prepare a new plan that factors in what you learned. So this loop is designed to help you improve your results because you're always doing a little bit better than you did before. Now, I talk about this process in my book, New Tricks, but I call it plan, do, review, because you plan, do, review, and that's what the feedback loop looks like. Continuous improvement is a habit that you want to get into because it represents a commitment to a path where you are always trying to get a little bit better. It's separate from the other habits because if you don't eat your vegetables one day or you slack on your portion control, you're still practicing the habit of getting better, of continuous improvement, of practicing until you get it perfect. Now, if you're in the habit of practicing continuous improvement, you don't just give up because you got it wrong once. You're not like, oh, well, I guess I failed. I'm not very good at this. I'll just stop trying. Next. You try again because practice is just that. Trying again and again and again until you're getting it right every time. And then hopefully not stopping there. Because when you nail taking a walk outside 2 times a week, maybe you want to think about trying to take a walk outside 3 times a week. And then you nail that. And then you work on, maybe walking farther or more often. Continuous improvement means that once you master these habits that you've been practicing for the last 4 weeks, you take a look back, right? You execute and then you review. You see how you can do just a little bit better. Maybe you take 3 days off sugar in a week or try 4 guided meditations. By practicing and eventually mastering the habit of continuous improvement, you will become a person who is always trying to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. You're always trying to do a little bit better tomorrow than you did today. So, how are you going to adopt this habit this week? You're going to, number 1, swap 1 beverage with calories for water this week, or a low-calorie substitute. Number 2, you're going to throw out, give away, or don't buy 2 unhealthy foods this week. And number 3, you're going to eat 3 low-carb breakfasts this week. So the first part, swap 1 beverage with calories for water this week. Getting in the habit of continuous improvement doesn't just mean practicing doing what you're already doing better or faster. It also means dismantling the other habits that you have that will impair your ability to improve. One of those habits is drinking your calories. Now, I can already hear you, saying, whoa. I personally have a giant cappuccino every morning. I have half and half in it and a sugar substitute. But you won't ever see me having a soda, juice, or even alcohol unless it's a special occasion. Why? Because it's a waste of calories. Plain and simple. The reason why I had 50 pounds to lose in the first place is because I was in the habit of drinking my calories. And drinking your calories is a dangerous habit because it throws off your portion control, throws it right out the window, and it increases your carbohydrate consumption because most things that you drink are high in carbs. And in the case of alcohol and energy drinks, it really makes it way too easy to use food like a drug. And that's not eating when you're hungry. It's eating when you're trying to use food to negotiate an emotion. Before the Possible Diet, I drank homemade Baileys, boba tea, frozen margaritas, In-N-Out milkshakes, like the calories didn't count. But you know what? They do count. It's that simple. Just because you're drinking them doesn't mean they don't count. So I want you to pick one way that you drink your calories this week, and I want you to replace it with a no-calorie or low-calorie alternative. And when I say low-calorie, I don't mean, 60 calories. I mean like under 20 calories. This isn't about becoming a teetotaler or giving up your morning coffee forever. You're just improving on the habits that you've already adopted. Calories count whether you're chewing them or drinking them. And if you're drinking your calories, it usually means you're not practicing portion control properly, or you're not recognizing hunger and you're eating or drinking when you're not hungry. So, number 2, throw out, give away, or don't buy 2 unhealthy foods this week. This is kind of an odd one, I know. But 5 weeks in, you might start to think that you deserve a break from your habits because you've been so good and you've been making so much progress. So you start opening the fridge and nibbling at the leftover slice of cheesecake that your husband brought back from the restaurant, or maybe you decide that you're just going to make a box of, potatoes au gratin instead of ricing a whole cauliflower because it's such a pain in the butt and it gets so messy. Or you find yourself just putting a loaf of garlic bread in your shopping cart, for the kids, because it's way better than that Texas toast you used to buy, and, it's an improvement. So this week, I want you to just say no. Think Nancy Reagan. Just say no to 2 of those things. Take the box or the bag or the package of whatever trigger food you're trying to justify out of your shopping cart before the cashier rings it up. I don't care if you do it right at the thing. You know what? I changed my mind. I don't need these donuts. Just say no when the waiter says, "Hey, can I put that leftover tiramisu into a to-go box for you?" Just take that box of Velveeta mac and cheese that, is sitting in your cabinet waiting to be eaten. Maybe it's only been sitting there for 5 weeks. And put it in the charity food drive bin, because you know what? You do not need it. You don't need any of those things. High-carb indulgences are just like buses. Pass one up, and another one will be along in 10 minutes. You won't be missing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity just because you're skipping the bread pudding this week. You will, however, be missing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you have to skip your daughter's wedding because you have to have triple bypass surgery. It's not easy, but it's simple. Bread pudding is not as important as taking care of yourself. Do not let yourself be available for things that aren't good for you or for your body, because your body deserves to be nourished, not trashed. You are worth taking care of. So this week, practice just saying no twice by donating, giving away, or just not buying 2 unhealthy foods. And by the way, if you have leftovers in your fridge that you're just going to pick at, it's okay to toss them. You're not a bad person if you let leftover tiramisu go to waste. You had a bite, didn't you? Just one bite? Can't that be enough? Do you have to eat the entire tiramisu in order to be able to say, yeah, it was really good and yeah, I enjoyed it? No, you don't. You don't. Okay, lastly, I want you to eat 3 low-carb breakfasts this week. I always enjoy the saying, own your morning and you own your day. I commit to having a healthy breakfast every single day. Lucky for you, you only have to do it 3 times this week. Getting in the habit of starting your day off right helps you set yourself up for the rest of the day. You're set up for success. And if you start the day with a low-carb breakfast, then, even if it's only 3 times this week, you'll be more likely to stay on track the rest of the day. It's that simple. So if you're short on ideas, there will be a link at the end of this video to some of my favorite low-carb breakfast options. If for some reason you can't do dairy, there's other options for it. You can do chia pudding with like a low-carb cashew yogurt, or you can do eggs, or you can do dinner for breakfast. Have a turkey burger. That's totally fine. Also refer to the food plan chapter of the Possible Diet, and I'll link that below in this video. So those are your strategies for week 5. Keep at it, keep going. You're in the home stretch now, and I'll see you in a couple of days with your recipe tutorial and food prep tip. Thanks.